Hi and welcome to the video. Before we get started, just a quick word on what DTCs are. So we've got diagnostic trouble codes, often known as fault codes or PO codes or whatever you're used to using. And a DTC helps you to identify problems before they're really serious issues. So it might not be great news to get a code coming up on your car, but if you get it, it'll save an awful lot of time and energy and probably money if you get a mechanic to tear down the engine to find out exactly what's wrong. So not all bad news, and if you've got the ability to read these codes, then that could even mean accessible for you, repair it yourself and save even more. Okay, so on with the video and we'll see you at the end. Today we're talking about the dreaded P0440 evaporative emissions control system malfunction. Well, that's a mouthful, isn't it? What it boils down to is somewhere your car's letting out a little bit of vapor. It's a leak, and we're going to find it and we're going to fix it without breaking the bank. So what is the EVAP system? It's basically a clever bit of kit that stops petrol fumes from escaping from your fuel tank into the atmosphere. The P0440 code is a general system malfunction, which means the ECU has run a test and found a leak somewhere, but it's not telling you exactly where. Think of it as a leaky boat. You know you've got a problem, but you've got to find the hole. The good news is we're going to go from the easiest fix to the hardest. So the first place to look, and trust me, this is the easiest, is your fuel cap. If it's not tightened properly or if the rubber seal is cracked or dirty, it'll let vapour escape. Your car's computer will detect this and throw up a P0440 code. This is a common one and it's free to fix, or if it'll tighten, or it's cheap if you have to replace your cap itself. What you want to do is unscrew the cap and give it a good look over. Is the rubber perished? Is it cracked? Is it missing entirely? Give it a clean and make sure it's on right, and then tighten it until you hear 3 clicks. It's important to go click, click, click. If the code comes back, at least you've ruled out the simplest possible cause. Right, okay, so the cap's fine, but we move on to the next most likely culprit. A cracked or disconnected hose. The EVAP system has a whole network of pipes and hoses running from the tank to the front of the car, and just like those pesky vacuum lines that we've talked about, they get brittle and crack with age and heat. Now these can be a bugger to find. You'll need to get underneath the car and look around the fuel tank and follow the lines all the way up to the front where it goes into the engine bay. Look for a hose that's obviously split or one that's just come loose from a connection. This is where a good torch and a bit of patience comes in handy. You can sometimes smell the fuel vapour, get a whiff of petrol, and that can be a big clue. If you're finding any of this content useful, then please consider becoming a member of Bentley on a Budget by pressing the join button down below. For the price of a cheap cup of coffee, you can help keep the channel going. You'd also get membership benefits like early access to videos and all important help with finding things like parts and diagnosing fault codes. So please help if you can. If you don't, nobody else is going to, and then one day I might not be here and then you'd be sorry. Oh yeah, you will. Oh yeah. So if you've checked all the lines and they're sound, you're onto the components of the system. The first one is the purge valve or purge solenoid. This little monkey hides out underneath your coolant reservoir in the engine bay, and it's a valve that opens and closes to let fuel vapour get sucked into the engine and burnt properly. If it gets stuck open, it can cause a leak and trigger the code. The best way to test it is to listen. With the engine running, you should hear steady clicking noise from it. How cute is that? This is my dad's. He was a proper engineer. If you don't, or if it's stuck open, it's not working properly. You can get a diagnostic tool like VCDS to command it to open and close, but if you're not getting a click during normal use, it's a pretty safe bet it's the fault. Right, we've checked the purge valve, and the last thing on the list is the vent and charcoal canister, which is a filter. The vent valve is usually located near the fuel tank, and it's what allows fresh air into the system and to pull the fuel vapour out of the canister. And if a valve gets stuck closed, it can also cause a pressure leak, which the ECU will read as a leak. The canister itself can get saturated with fuel if you're constantly topping up your tank and overfilling it, and that's a big no-no. Just like the other lines, a smoke test is your best friend here. You can hook it up and see if smoke's coming out of the fuel canister or the valve. But if you're at this point, you've found a problem with one of these components, it's actually a simple case of bolting on a new one. It's not cheap, these bits are dear, but it's not as expensive as a trip to the garage to have it fixed. So there you have it, guys. Diagnosing a P0440 code is all about working methodically. Start with the fuel cap, move on to the hoses, and check the valves. Only then should you consider that it's going to be a bigger job. This methodical approach saves you time, money, and stress. And that's exactly what Bentley on a budget is all about. We were just out having a walk, and Trixie reckons that a lot of you would rather know more technical information about the evaporative emission system. So I'm going to include a link in the description down below, just where it says more, down at the bottom there, and you'll find it really informative and useful. All right, see you later. Guys, if you found this useful, please give me a thumbs up, hit subscribe, even consider becoming a member and helping me out a bit. Until I see you next time, keep your spanners tight and your brew steaming. Cheerio. Well folks, that about sums this one up, and we'll be back with more videos about DTCs in the future. Don't forget, if you can help by subscribing or even becoming a member, God forbid paying something for all this work, then please click join below. It's dead cheap, just like me, and it'll keep me going, and I'll be very grateful. So until I see you next time, thanks again for watching. Bye.